Well, Nick, I guess year of starting experience under your belt, is this fall camp different than others? Is it just a confidence level?
Yeah, I say it's confidence for sure. This year, having to go through 2 fall camps, I wouldn't say it's a bit easier, but I kind of know the flow now. I'm kind of used to the flow. So for me, it's just now that it's going into my 3rd year, it's just getting better. And, my confidence is higher than it's ever been. So it's just maintaining that confidence and just perfecting myself each and every day.
So how so? What is it you concentrate on in terms of technique and things like that?
Press man. I feel like Coach Brown does a good job of allowing us to work our press a lot during Indy, or if I'm not on the certain special teams, we go to the side and we work press man. So I say press man is something that we've been working on, and for me, that's something I feel like could be a big strength of my game. So I just focus on getting better press man technique.
Is that what you worked on this offseason too? What other things did you focus on?
Yeah, press man was the main thing I worked on. Going back home with my trainer, he's big on press man as well. So press man was the biggest thing we worked on, not only from the open field, but also red zone, goal line. So just having good feet, good eyes, just stuff like that.
You mentioned confidence. Cornerback without confidence isn't a very good quarterback.
Right.
Cornerback, I guess. Talk a little bit about that, about what confidence means to the game and how you keep it up even though you know you're going to get beat a number of times.
So for me, confidence was always my thing. Growing up, I've always had confidence in myself. And, at the college level, I was thrown into the fire freshman year. And confidence got tested a little bit. I got beat a couple times. But the biggest thing was just knowing that even the greats get beat. And, when you get beat, you got to keep your head held high. And so I just did a good job of, if I got beat, know how I got beat, and then come back again and try to make a play. And that right there was, after I learned that, it took me until the end of my sophomore year to really learn that. And when I learned that, the sky was the limit for me. My confidence, skyrocketed. And going into this season, it's really high, the highest it's ever been. And, I know for a fact there won't be anything that will, ruin that or mess that up.
What's the difference between being confident and being cocky?
Confidence, I'd say, is you know your ability, but you're also humble about it. You're not, rah-rah about your, how you are. And I say being cocky is just you want to let everybody know you feel like you're above everybody. So I'm not cocky at all. I'd say I'm confident for sure. I know the ability that I have, but I'm also humble about it, and I'm self-centered.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can you describe the process of getting to know new coaches, what they want from you? Did they talk to you and some of the other veterans, going into the spring and fall about, hey, these are the things we want to emphasize. These are the things you need to learn how to do and show everybody else how to do.
Yes, sir. It was a lot of one-on-one meetings. Like, I had a coaching change, went from Coach Adai to Coach Brown. So me and Coach Brown had a lot of one-on-one meetings, so he could understand me and how to coach me, and so I could understand him and what he expects from, the cornerbacks room. So yeah, that was the biggest thing, was just having a lot of one-on-one meetings and, understanding him and him understanding me.
Watching him on the field, he looks very demonstrative. He's involved. He's out there showing you techniques and everything. Do you like that? Does that fit well with the way you play?
Yeah, it does. He's always on the sideline talking to me because I'm always the closest to him. So he's always talking to me on the sideline, and it helps a lot because, sometimes I could be I could be out the zone a little bit, and he makes sure he, gets me right back into it.
Okay, so you play the coach and evaluator a little bit. Talk to me about the other corners, the guys that are beside you, behind you. A bunch of them are new.
Right. Darryl Porter, Jackie Matthews, and Charles Woods. They've been doing their thing this fall. We're really close. I feel like that's the biggest thing. We're really close in that room. We've hung out before, so that was the biggest thing going into fall, was making sure that we had each other's backs. Darryl, especially, he stepped up. We need him to step up. So we need him to step up. So he's been stepping up, and Jackie, playing on the other side, he's been handling his own. And Charles being the transfer, he's also been handling his own. As far as freshman Andrew Wilson-Lamp, he's learning. Sometimes he can get down a little bit, but we always do a good job, being the other guys, bringing him up and letting him know that it's okay to mess up. And, he has a long way to go, but, he's stepping up as well.
Today you guys are in shells. This weekend you guys are going to be in full pads. How does the increased physicality change your approach to practice?
It doesn't. For me, it's the same thing. The only difference is we're going to be tackling. So, but other than that, I'm always, before every practice, I calm myself down and always tell myself, just play true to myself, play true to my technique. So it won't be anything different. The only thing different I know this Saturday is just going to be tackling. But everything else stays the same. Stay true to my technique, make sure I'm wrapping up, make sure I'm reading the quarterback's eyes, stuff like that. So for me, it's not a big difference. It's just I'm doing the same thing. My routine stays the same, and everything's good.
Think back to that freshman year in terms of your confidence. How low did you get at times? How did you bounce out of that?
Oh, good question. I know the lowest it got was when I was throwing in the Texas game and I gave up that touchdown. It got really low because at that point I didn't, I was a freshman, going to the sideline. There was a lot of people. You could hear people in the background, being negative and stuff like that. So that's the lowest it definitely got. But for me, how I was able to get out of that was, I'm a big believer in my faith. So it was a lot of prayer, a lot of, talking to my brothers who are like my therapists now, talking to them, praying, and, just, reminding myself who I am as a person. And that I'm here for a reason. I'm not here for no reason. I'm playing at West Virginia University, Division I program. So I didn't come here to, not play and stuff like that. I came here, to make an impact. So just reminding myself that was what helped me, get myself out of that hole that I dig myself up into. So yeah, that was the biggest thing.
Going through that, does that make you a better leader today, having gone through that a couple years ago, you think?
Yes, sir, most definitely. Because, I know the game now. Freshman year, I rotated, only started 2 games. Last year, I started all 11. So me starting all 11 last year, like going into this year, I completely understand the game now, situational awareness, stuff like that. So, yeah, it definitely helped. I'm thankful for being able to get thrown into the fire at a young age, very thankful. Because, now I know how the game works and I know what it takes to be an elite corner here at the Division I level.
How different is that for you now, how you process that? You said obviously you're going to get beat. When you get beat, how do you process that now as opposed to when you were a freshman?
See, before when I would get beat, I beat myself up and I'm down. Like if I get beat one time, yeah, the rest of the practice is gonna go bad. But now when I get beat, it's I critique myself in my head. I get criticism from my coach, see what I did wrong, and then it goes through one ear and not the other. Next play, and then the next play, I tell myself, I'm talking to myself as the play goes on, and all right, let me do this. All right, let me try this, and then just keep it going forward. So that's the biggest thing was just self-evaluation. But at a positive manner instead of negative.
I ask you to evaluate corners. Now go to the other side. What wide receivers have sort of jumped out that you've noticed or have become much tougher to cover?
Isaiah Esdale, Sean Ryan, and Bryce Wheaton are the main guys I've been going against. Going against them, it's never a time where I go up and I'm like, all right, this might be a chill rep, so I'm cool. But nah, like with them, it's every time, I walk up or I'm playing off, I know, like, if I don't bring it, they're going to bring it. So lately I've been going against Bryce a lot more. Bryce plays on the left side, and, Jack is the right corner. But sometimes Coach Brown will switch us, so I've been going against Bryce a lot more one-on-ones, and Bryce gives me good work. Sean and Iggy, but for sure, give me good work because, I'm going against them every day, team and stuff like that. And those guys give me good work, for me. And I know going to practice, I never look at a practice like, okay, cool, we got 12 periods, or I'm going to chill these 12 periods because I know they're going to bring it. So I'm always bringing it. And, we sometimes get chirpy with each other, but it's competition and we love each other. So that's just how it is.
Nicktroy, Neil mentioned in the spring he wanted you to take more risks. How's that going?
Oh, yeah, I'm taking a lot of risk. There's been a couple of times where Coach had to tell me to chill. Coach had to tell me, to back off because it's, one thing about me, before I didn't really want to press because I'm such an off man. Like coming out of high school, I played a lot of off man. Like we would play man, but I played off. So I made it a big emphasis since the spring to just walk up and just press and stuff like that. And, you know, there's times where coach has to tell me to chill and relax. Like, you can play off on this one. But, yeah, I've definitely been taking a lot more risk. I've been a lot more aggressive. If I see something, I'm going to jump it, you know, just to be sure. But, yeah, I've definitely taken a lot more risk. You know, I went from conservative to now just playing a lot more aggressive. Because, you know, sometimes you're going to have to take risk, especially to make next level plays, you're going to have to take risks. So that's what I've just been doing.
Okay, anything else for Nicktroy? All right, thank you very much.
So.